Hello and welcome back to yet another lesson about the rebase command. The rebase command has a lot of power and that's why we need multiple videos to discover each of them. I have prepared yet another demonstration for you. It's nearly the same as we found in the previous video. We have a feature branch A that is diverged from the master branch. The feature branch now has one commit more, since I want to show you what is it like if you want to rebase multiple commits of a branch onto another branch. And we also will encounter some specific situation to the rebasing I want to show you so that you get not confused if you encounter them the first time on your very own. So I want to start with the rebase procedure right away, and therefore I just run git rebase master. And as we have seen in the previous video, we have a conflict with the a.txt file. I want not to get in this in very detail. We will take care about this conflict. And what we also see here is that we now have two steps in our rebase. So our feature branch contains two commits, and that's why the rebase command will also takes care about two commits, since Git needs to find out if any of those commits or which commits produce a conflict with the target branch. And I now start resolving our conflict, but I will resolve this conflict quite differently as I did before to show you one certain thing about the Git rebase. Since our Visual Studio Code has loaded, we see now the diff view once again. We have the changes of the change set of the master branch and also the change set of the feature branch. But now I designed quite differently. I want to take the change of my target branch, the master branch, and I will delete the change set coming from my feature branch. So I go over there and say accept current change. And after this, I will close Visual Studio Code. And if we now run git status, you will see that there is nothing to commit. And this was a little bit confusing for me the first time, because I said why I edited the file and I just placed it then here, but I do not see it anymore. And the reason for this is that since we have accepted the change of the target branch, for Git there is no change set anymore, because the file has the same state already in the master branch, and that's why here is nothing to commit. And that's why we can simply call git rebase -- continue. So, and now we see a small thing what happens to me all the time. If you do not have any changes inside or of course of your rebasing or the conflict resolution during the rebase, you do not need to say that you want to do a git rebase -- continue. You can, instead of this, you can run git rebase -- skip. Since the rebase procedure has nothing to do with this commit, you can just skip this commit. And now you can see we do not get to the second step. We were on the first step, and now the second step was automatically applied, since we do not have any conflicts in this commit with the master branch. And that's why the git rebase procedure continued automatically for us. So if you do not have any conflicts in your commits, Git just went over them and you are fine with it. Now we can have a look once more a look on our history, and here you can see that we now have the feature /a with the updated b.txt file. This was the second commit, and since we skipped the first commit because there was no change in comparison to the master commit, We do not have two commits, we only have one commit on top of master. The change set of master is already inside of the master branch, and that's why it's not needed to apply a second commit to it. Hopefully this makes sense to you. And if you now want to update the master branch to your feature/a branch, you just would need yet another fast forward merge, since this does not create a merge commit as well. There's also one other thing very important to mention. As you can see here, I already have started a rebase, and there's also a conflict in the a.txt file. And of course, you can now start to resolve the thing, but I just want to mention, if you are in a rebase procedure and it starts to be a little bit tricky, or you get confused by the large amount of files you have, or you have to rebase multiple commits, we will come to this in the next video, then you can also reset the whole rebase procedure and start over again. So sometimes this is very helpful, since you have multiple changes, multiple conflicts. Sometimes you will find yourself a little bit confused about this. Then just abort the rebase and start over again. You can do this by simply running git rebase -- abort, and doing so will bring you back to your feature state, and nothing has been committed or nothing has been changed in your history so far. And that means that you are safe. Hopefully this additional information about the git rebase command were helpful for you. And in the next video, we want to see how we can rewrite our history a little bit more using or instrumenting the git rebase -- interactive command. See you there! By the way, if you still have any question about the video, or if you have any further question, please do not hesitate to ask me and leave me a comment below. Thank you.